I'm Lori. Welcome to my channel, Lori's Little Designs and Crafts. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. I am so happy to have you with us today. Make sure you hit subscribe so you never miss an upload. So today we're gonna be doing my almost monthly WIP Chat. I say that because I usually do these monthly, but I actually haven't been uploading for like the last 5 or 6 weeks. I am going to update you guys on what I've been doing, what's been going on in my life, and you know, all the things that have been keeping me away from creating content. Generally, I do these once a month, but it's been, I think, 2 since our last one. I think our last one was in April or May, and it is actually, today's July 4th. So happy July 4th if you are in the United States and are celebrating the holiday. So before we get too far into the nitty-gritty, I am going to tell you guys what I'm working on. I am working on Dragon Riders by Bug from Jaded Gem Shop, and I literally just started this painting. I've only done this section over here. It's really cute. I say it's cute. I really like it. It's coming out really well. I really like these colors. I literally just started this painting. What was it? Yesterday on the 3rd? No, it was the 2nd, July 2nd. I've only completed one itty bitty section. So I've started at the top right hand corner and we're moving across the painting up the top. So this is the section I'm going to work on today. We might get into this section. I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to play it by ear. This might be a lengthier WIP Chat because I haven't talked to you guys for a while. So that's the painting I'm working on. I am using a beautiful, beautiful pen from Enabler's Outpost. This is like a hybrid. It's like a resin and Fordite hybrid. I am also using a tray from Bijou Bliss. This one is really cool. It has a dragon and a castle on the lid. I thought it was so neat. This is actually the event tray from Stoke Your Dragonfire 2025. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I can't tell. There's a glare on my screen, but that was an event tray from that event. I didn't participate. I just really like the tray, so I bought it. So that's the tray I'm going to be using. I've got my beads all kitted up in an Elizabeth Ward storage system. You won't see that. You'll see the little containers I use, but not the entire system. I'm using a light board. I can't talk today. I'm just like stumbling over my words. I think that's all my tools. Oh, and then I'm going to put this little cute cover minder here on screen, sort of on screen. Sort of. He's going to hover nearby. He's a cute little dragon. Yeah, he's really cute. I have 3 of these, and it is supposed to resemble one of the dragons from Fourth Wing, which is the theme of this art piece pretty much. So yeah, it's really cute. This cover minder is from Shire Shenanigans on Etsy. If you guys want to go check her out, you totally should. She has some of the cutest cover minders ever. So I think that's all of my tools. I didn't tell you what putty I'm using. I'm using some kind of putty from Butterfly Effectwares. I don't know, this pen is already loaded up, so we're just gonna go. And then in my single placer, I have a glue dot. So yeah, hi, how are you? How have you been? I need to pick a color. I haven't done this in a while. I'm not used to like doing things and talking at the same time anymore. I'm out of practice. Let me pick a color. Let's go with this little recycling symbol. It's like a purple. Okay, so I finally found my color. It took way too long to find the color that I needed. Like a shamefully long time to find. It was kind of ridiculous. So because there's so many colors in this kit, and I didn't have enough of the itty bitty little bead jars, the little containers. I had to use bigger containers for some of these colors, and they wouldn't all fit in a single Elizabeth Ward tray. So I had to use 2, and I just kind of have them like stacked on top of one another, and the color I was looking for was on the bottom tray, so I couldn't find it. It took me a minute. So what was I saying? Hi! How are you? Let me know how you guys have been doing down in the comments section below. It has been a while since we have gotten caught up, and I am sorry for that. Again, today is July 4th, so happy July 4th if you guys are choosing to celebrate here in the United States. So the July 4th is not really a big holiday for me. Like, yay, patriotism and, you know, yay, United States, sure. Um, so I'm sitting here recording a WIP Chat because I mean, we're going to a cookout later, and I think the idea is that like the family's gonna watch fireworks, but that's not really my jam. So I will show up to the cookout and make an appearance and eat some food and say hi to everybody, but I won't stay for fireworks. I don't like the sound. I don't like the smell of the smoke. It actually irritates like my throat and lungs and stuff. I'm kind of sensitive to it. And that's actually really interesting because I grew up with a mom who smokes. So, and I'm not saying anything bad about that. Like, she was really good about smoking away from us and stuff and outside. Like, she wouldn't like smoke in the house or anything, but as I've gotten older, I have noticed that I have become more sensitive to cigarette smoke and fireworks smoke and smoke in general. Like when my husband uses his smoker out on the back porch, like even that will irritate me if I get too close. So I plan on dipping out before fireworks, and I don't like getting eaten up by mosquitoes either. I'm like a mosquito magnet even if I'm wearing bug spray. So in an effort to not get eaten by mosquitoes and to not feel my lungs burn, I don't plan on staying around for fireworks and stuff. But if you are choosing to celebrate watching fireworks, having cookouts, whatever, have fun. I hope you enjoy the holiday. I'm just happy to have the day off from work. Normally I work on Fridays, so I was like really stoked. I was like, yes, it's a holiday. I was like, I get the day off. I can diamond paint and make content and do whatever I want. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna do up to a point. I think we're going over there like around 3 or 4. So for the most part, I have the whole day to myself, which is pretty nice. But yeah, July 4th, our last WIP Chat was uploaded, I think in May. I think it was in May. So it's been a couple months. Yeah. I'm sorry. So the reason why it has been a couple months is, well, it's kind of like a combination of a few things. So I get into these weird, like, funks, I call them funks sometimes, where I just feel like an inanimate shell of a person, and I don't know why. I get into these moods where I just like, I'm just simply existing. I have no motivation to do anything other than the bare minimum. And by the bare minimum, it's like I'm still, you know, taking care of myself and still taking care of the house and making sure, you know, all the adulting things are done. But then like outside of that, like I have no motivation to do anything, and it's probably like undiagnosed depression or something. I don't know. I should probably get like evaluated realistically, but I go through these funks pretty much, and sometimes they last for a couple days and I'll snap out of it, and then sometimes they last for a few weeks, and during those times I can't bring myself to do something that seems like work or tedious. Like, I don't want to say like filming content is tedious because it's really not. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My sinuses were just like all of a sudden just not cooperating. Like my nose was just running and running, so I had to go get some tissues and stuff. I took my allergy pill, so I don't know if maybe my sinuses are just like drain all at once. I haven't been awake very long. I actually slept in today, so I don't know. I apologize. But anyways, yeah, so sometimes I get into these weird funks and I just do not feel like myself. And again, doing the bare minimum. And so I pretty much do things that like give me very quick dopamine hits to like, you know, get those good brain chemicals moving, and creating content is just really hard for me when I get into those moods. So I went through an extended little funky period for a few weeks, which is why I haven't been creating content and uploading. Like, I didn't even really upload very much like on my Instagram or anything like that, which is literally like just taking pictures. I did a little. I did keep up with like screenshots of the diamond painting that I was working on, Girl, by Hiroko from A Neighborless Outpost. So I do have like progress pictures of that over there on Instagram, but aside from that, I wasn't really doing a whole lot. Have spent a lot of time, like, I don't want to call it doom scrolling, but I think everybody calls it doom scrolling, where I would just like scroll on social media and just like look at things that make me happy, like diamond painting and book related content. And I was actually doing a lot of scrolling on TikTok, which is unusual for me because I usually don't choose TikTok as a platform that I interact with a whole lot in terms of like consuming content. So I was doing that in my free time, and honestly I've been playing a lot of video games because they've been really satisfying in my free time, and I've been doing a lot of reading. However, I'm feeling a lot better, so here we are. Hi. I feel pretty good. I do want to note that my birthday was on June 26th, which just recently passed, and I do kind of get that way every year around my birthday, and I don't know if it's because it's a struggle for me to come to terms with the fact that I'm getting older sometimes. And I think that might have been like one of the triggers this time around. And I don't know, like the whole month of June and leading up to June, I was like, ugh, my birthday is around the corner. Ugh, I'm getting older. Ugh, you know, death is upon me, and here I am sitting at 31, and now that I'm feeling better, I'm like, man, what was wrong with you? So honestly, I don't know, it's probably undiagnosed depression or something. I have no idea. I should probably like get that figured out, because I don't think it's normal to have periods like that, like periods of time where you're just like I literally just felt like a shell of a person, just going through the day-to-day motions, not wanting to do anything. I was still going out with our friends occasionally on the weekends, so I wasn't completely being super antisocial, but like for the most part, I was being really antisocial. I mean, not that I really socialize a whole lot outside of our own home anyways. Like, I talk to like a whole 2 people, which is just how I am. I'm an introverted person naturally. So like I was still getting out of the house, and getting out of the house did make me feel better. So I am thankful that Bestie would be like, hey, let's go shopping. And we'd be like, okay. And then like, I wouldn't even like buy anything. We would just go like window shop, and they, like my husband and Bestie, would pick some stuff out or whatever. But that did make me feel better from time to time, and that kind of kept me going. But yeah, so that's kind of why I've been absent, is because I've been like, I guess, depressed in some ways. So yeah, my birthday just passed. I have turned 31. Yay, me, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, let's pick another color. Let's do that big heart symbol. I think that's in the second tray. Yeah, so I'm 31. Birthday just passed. I had a good birthday. Everything was fine. My husband spoiled me. We actually went out to a nice dinner. We went to Texas Roadhouse, and it was really tasty, and we had a good meal. And then he bought me a bunch of stuff that I didn't need. There's a bunch of stuff that I wanted, though. Like, he picked out some good stuff. What all did he get me? He got me 2 books, a diamond painting. He got me... What else did he get me? I already put it all away. He got me some, like, beauty face stuff for my face that I wanted. He also got me he got me a mat for my desk. So, like, I have this really pretty pink desk mat that I've actually been using to take Instagram photos with as a backdrop. It works pretty well. I really like it. I liked it so much that I had to get one for my other table, too. Oh, and he also got me this really cute cover minder as a joke, because he knows I like diamond painting. So this is like a trash cover minder holder, like for your trash drills and stuff. And it's this little recycling bin. I'm not using it right now. I will at some point. It does have a magnet on the bottom of it. The other magnet's on my table over here. But like, it's so cute. He got this as a gag gift, kind of. He got me some other things too, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. I've already put everything away too. Yeah, I've already put everything away. Like, I'm kind of looking around my room going, what else did he get me? He got me some other things too, but I can't remember. We actually try to keep like a limit for birthdays and stuff. So like we spend like $100 on each other for birthdays. Otherwise he would buy me like everything on my wish list, which is crazy. He would. He has no self-control. He's like, I would buy you all kinds of stuff if you'd let me. And I've been like, no, it's just unnecessary. Because he told me, he's like, I almost bought you a new Kindle, and I was like, what? Because I have a new Kindle tablet on my wish list, and it's like the most recent Kindle Fire tablet, and it's like $250-ish, but it goes on sale sometimes for like $180, and I think it actually just went on sale recently for a little cheaper. He's like, I almost bought that for you, and I was like, well, that's not within the budget. He's like, I know. He's like, I still almost did it. And I was like, well, you didn't. So yeah, he spoiled me and got me a bunch of stuff for my birthday. And then his family, like his grandparents stopped by to give me some stuff for my birthday, and his parents stopped by to give me some stuff for my birthday, and his aunt. So like everybody was bringing me stuff on my birthday, and I hate being the center of attention, so I was like, can I just stop bringing me stuff. It's like, I appreciate it, but it's like, you don't have to do that. It's just my birthday. It's just my birthday. But I got a Starbucks gift card for like $25, I think, from his aunt, and she gave me okay, so his aunt is really, she's also a crafty person. I adore her. She's so funny. She gave me a paint by number canvas. I think she got it off Amazon. I have no idea. I've never done an actual paint by number like thing before. Like, it's actually like they gave you paints and paintbrushes and stuff to go with it. That seems kind of messy for me, but I think I might try it. I don't know. I've never really saw myself as like a person who paints, but I guess I could be. So she got me that as well, and then she also got me a set of diamond painting coasters. I also think they're on, like, I think she got them on Amazon. And I say that because they're actually, I don't think they're legally licensed coasters, so I'll probably do them, but I probably will not show them on the channel because I have a thing where I only want to show like legally licensed artwork and stuff, because that's just like a personal thing for me. But I don't think they were legally licensed because they were The Nightmare Before Christmas. They were really neat looking. They were definitely really neat looking, and they were little coasters. So she got me that because she knows I like to diamond paint, and that's very thoughtful. What else? She got me something else. She got me a fancy microphone mixer condenser device thing that I have absolutely no idea how to use, and if I was like still streaming like video games and stuff, it would be a very useful tool. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Maybe I'll find some use for it if I ever decide to like stream again, like crafty stuff potentially. And then she got me all kinds of stuff. She got me some jewelry. It's like some just fashion jewelry. And then she also got me a it's like a selfie stick. I don't know if it's actually called a selfie stick. It's like a tripod selfie stick thing, but it also like tracks your movement, which is kind of cool. So if you set up your phone or whatever on it, it is also programmed to like follow you in turn if you move around the room, which I thought was really cool. I don't know how well it works, but I have it. Maybe I'll try it one day. I don't know. And then I also got, let's see, his mom got me a nail set with like a UV lamp light because I'm going to be doing my own nails from now on in an effort to kind of like save some money and stuff because I was spending a lot of money going to the nail salon. She got me that and I got a coloring book, and it's actually really cool. I'm actually going to show you guys the coloring book at some point. Maybe not in this video, but it is a color by number mystery like mosaic thing. It's really neat. And then she also got me a set of really nice like glitter markers as well. And all of that was like on my Amazon wish list. Which I appreciate all of that. And then his grandparents got me a shirt, and there were some other things. She got me a couple things off my wish list too, and they were just a couple small things for like, they were like beauty items. So I got a bunch of stuff, and I'm very thankful that, you know, they care enough to stop by and say happy birthday and buy me things. But it's like, I hate being the center. It's funny, I hate being the center of attention, but when I was growing up, like I would like die to be the center of attention, like all the time. And then as I've gotten older, I'm just like, I don't want to be the center of attention. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't like the recognition. Like, even at work, like, when people are like, oh my gosh, Lori did this and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, don't acknowledge me. Just leave me be in my shadow. Leave me be in my shadow. Just leave me alone. So, yeah, had my birthday. I'm a year older now. Hip, hip, hooray. So, oh, please, Diamond, come off the single placer. So sometimes when I use a glue dot in my single placer, the diamond just doesn't want to come off. So I kind of have to wiggle it around a little bit. So yeah, I'm over here on the struggle bus today, but that's perfectly fine. I'm really excited to be working on this painting though, for realsies. I have been looking forward to this one for months. And I know there's a lot of darker colors on this one, but I like it. I don't know, I like working with the dark colors on this painting. So yeah, so in addition to all that, we have started going back to the gym. We've been going a few times a week, trying to cut back on fast food and junk food and sugar in general. And honestly, I don't hate it. Like, I used to hate going to the gym, but as I get older, I'm like, you know, this makes me feel better, so I'm just gonna do it. So we've been doing that. What else has happened? So, okay, so this is interesting. And this might have, like, actually kind of also led into my little funky period, because, like, when I got into that weird little mental funk, it was, like, right before my birthday, and I had just gone to the eye doctor, which I think I mentioned having an eye doctor appointment in my last video. I don't remember. But I went to the eye doctor, and I've always hated going to the eye doctor. I don't know anyone who likes to go to the doctor in general, but I've always been really self-conscious about my eyes, because I have a lazy eye, pretty much, and I know that it's not always noticeable, and it actually has gotten better as I've gotten older, which is, I think, thanks to the eye doctor that I've been seeing the last few years. He's like the only eye doctor that's ever like taken me seriously and like tried to figure out a way to help my eyes correct themselves on their own, because it's a very unique situation. It's a gene that my mother passed down to me. Thanks, Mom. Not her fault, of course, but it's a gene that was passed down to me, and so yeah, sometimes my eye gets lazy and it'll like trail off and do whatever it wants. Not all the time, but sometimes. So he has been my eye doctor for, oh gosh, 4 or 5 years now. And my eyes are focusing a lot better, and the one is not as lazy as it used to be, which is good. I mean, I think there might be some fancy expensive procedure I could probably get to have it fixed, but I'm not going to. I don't think my insurance would cover any of that, because it's not like, you know, like life-threatening or requirement. It's not required, you know, it'd be cosmetic. And it's always been like a sensitive point for my like self-confidence and stuff growing up. But as I've gotten older, I've just like come to terms with it. But anyways, I went to the eye doctor and he did my scans and everything. And to sum this up into the simplest form as possible, he thinks I might have something called, what was it called? Idiopathic intracranial hypertension. And he said that, and I was like, I don't know what you just said to me. I'm sorry, I got putty on this diamond, and now I'm like, really, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's not coming clean. And I was like, I don't know what you just said to me, sir. I need you to dumb that down. And he explained it to me and broke it down because each of those words have a definition. So idiopathic means that the cause isn't known. Intracranial means it's in the skull, and then hypertension pretty much just means high pressure. So the brain is causing symptoms like vision changes and headaches, and we don't know why. He saw something weird on one of my like retinal scans or whatever, and he did additional scans, and I don't know, like visually he's like, I don't see anything wrong with this, but this computer is saying that there's something wrong, and he's like, and coupled with your headaches, like this, you know, this may be a thing that we need to address. And I looked up, like, actually we, like the doctor and I went over like the different symptoms and stuff of it. And in the moment, I think I was in shock, and I was like, no, I don't have any of those other symptoms other than headaches. And he's like, okay, well, just keep an eye on your headaches. And he's like, and if you have an uptick in them, I want you to call me because I want to refer you to a specialist if they get worse or more frequent. Or if you experience any of these other symptoms along with the headaches. So I was like, okay, yeah. And then like I went home. And me being the person that I am, I was like, well, let me look at those symptoms again. Let's, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, some of these, yeah, okay, I've had some of these in the past. So I have been keeping track of my headaches. And they're just, it's different. Like, every month is different. Honestly, I'm probably just going to end up calling them back and being like, yeah, let's just move forward with this and blah, blah, blah. Because I think they'll do like an MRI scan to check for things. So yeah, that's something that I'm dealing with right now. It's kind of weird. It's odd. I also had, and I didn't know what this was until I had it and talked to my eye doctor. I actually had a migraine with auras one day. And I didn't know what was happening, and I brought it up to him, and he's like, yeah, you had a migraine with visual auras. And it was crazy, because like the only way that I could describe it to him was that I was having a headache, and like I couldn't focus. Everything was blurry, but like if I tried really hard, I could like focus just like in the center of everything. But it was almost like I was looking through a kaleidoscope. It was insane. It was weird. And I was like, and I sat at my desk for, you know, 15, 20 minutes or whatever, because I was working at the time, and it stopped. And I felt, no, I mean, my head hurt, but I felt fine afterwards. And he's like, yeah, you had a migraine with visual auras. And I was like, oh, that's lovely. And he's like, yep, they're usually caused by stress. And, you know, I was like, that's funny, because I was having a very stressful day at work that day. And he's like, yeah, that's why. And I told him, I was like, I haven't had one since, and I haven't. So he was like, well, I'm glad you told me. He's like, I'm going to notate that down, and if they continue to happen, I guess there's medications they can give me to help with that. So I did have that appointment, and I think that kind of attributed to my weird little funk that I went into, because I was like stressed over it and everything. But yeah, I've been keeping track of my headaches, and some weeks are better than others. Some months are better than others. Like sometimes I'll have a couple of weeks, and then I'll go like 3 weeks without a headache. It's really weird. It's really weird. So one of the treatments for this so-called issue is weight loss. Weight loss can help relieve some of the potential pressure that's building up in the cranium, because it has to do with like the fluids and stuff in your head. So that's another reason why we went back to the gym, is because I need to lose some weight. So I am going to try. So yeah, I had that appointment. Fun stuff. Oh, so that's kind of like all the weird big stuff that's been going on in my life that has kind of deterred me from like wanting to make content. I've been stressed and just kind of meh, but I am feeling a lot better. I'm in a way better mindset than I was before. So I'm in a way better headspace than I was before. I feel good. I have felt good for like the last week or so. So I'm ready to get back into the swing of things and face the world and not let everything get me down. And that's what I've been doing. So hi, I'm back. I hope you guys have been well. I have missed you guys. We actually just hit 500 subscribers, and that is absolutely fantastic. I am so thankful and excited about that milestone. So thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing. I really appreciate you guys being here, and the fact that you enjoy my content enough to actually show up and watch and subscribe. So that's really exciting. The next goal is 1,000. I will work on preparing some kind of special video for that milestone. I don't know what it'll be. If you have any ideas, I am definitely open to them. So let me know. Maybe we can do like an updated stash video or something. That could be fun. I know when I first started my channel, my stash was only like 30 some kits, and it has more than doubled since then. So that could be something that we could do to celebrate the next milestone. So let me know if that is something that piques your interest, or if there's something else that you think would be fun to do. I did recently upload an unboxing. I did, what did we unbox? We unboxed Neko Mart by Jeremiah Kettner from Diamond Art Club. I was really excited to open that one up. It's so stinking cute. I missed out on it on its initial release, but I picked it up on a restock like a week ago, and it went very fast both times on the initial release and the restock. It went very quick, so I'm really glad I was able to pick that up. It's so cute. I don't own very many pieces from Jeremiah Kettner, but I had to have that one. I really did. That did not go on straight at all. My placement is so messy today. I apologize. I'm doing a lot of re-straightening and whatnot. Alright, so diamond painting updates. I finished, since the last time we'd spoken, I finished the Diamond Painting Girl by Hiroko from Enabler's Outpost. If you haven't seen the completed picture of it, I do have it posted over on Instagram, and I did make a couple like TikTok videos that I posted on TikTok only. So you can go check this out if you want to see it. I am working on a full post review for that one because it was my first kit from Enabler's Outpost. So that will probably be going up, I don't know, maybe Wednesday or maybe next Saturday. I usually upload on Saturdays and sometimes Wednesdays, so it'll be one of the two. I do have that coming. I also finished the Rainbow edition from, let's see, it's the Rainbow Mini Dazzles mini set from Diamond Art Club. I finished that, and I actually had a lot of fun working on that one. The colors were just so bright and happy, and the images were just so stinking cute. I don't know if I'll do like a full post review on that since it's just like a little mini set, but I did make some like fun, cute little content over on TikTok. Those were fun to make, and they were pretty easy to do too, but it was fun to make those videos while I was working on the kit. So I do have that over there as well. And then my current whip is Dragon Riders by Chrisabug from Jada Gym Shop, which is what we're currently working on. And I am really happy to be working on this kit. So I actually saw this same piece in a round of Diamond Art Club voting. It was like 2 voting sessions ago, I think. It'll be interesting to see if they pick up this piece to license as well. And if they do, I'm totally buying it and doing it again, so that way we can do like a comparison project between the two. So fingers crossed on that one. That would be really neat. It would be interesting. I would love to see how Diamond Art Club renders this and enhances it compared to Jada Gym Shop. Yeah, I think it would be really interesting to compare how the two companies do their thing. And I honestly, so far I'm really enjoying this kit. I know I just started it, but like I really like working with the darker colors in diamond paintings. I don't know why. So I would totally be down to do it again, I think. And just because I love this artwork so much, yeah. I'd be down for it. Be down for it. My putty is just like super stringy right now. The weather here has been crazy hot, and all of my putties and waxes are like not liking it. They're not liking it at all. It has been a struggle. It's not just one type of putty, it's like just all of them. All of them. I don't know what I can do to combat that. It's like sometimes they lose their sticky a little bit almost. And then sometimes they get like really stringy, which I know when they get stringy, I can put them in like the fridge or the freezer and they'll firm up. But like, I don't know what to do when it like when they all of a sudden don't feel very sticky. I don't know if I can take some like cornstarch and rub it into it or what. I might use some of the like basic pink wax, honestly. That's what I did last year. So last year, like every putty I had just was not working for me during the summertime. I don't know why. I think it just is really has something to do with the climate that we live in. So like I didn't use a lot of my putty last summer. I used the normal pink heart wax that worked a lot better for me over the summertime. And then as fall and winter came through, I was able to transition back to the putty and it was like working just fine. So I don't know. I have no idea. So, yeah, so that's kind of updates on my diamond painting stuff. Let's see, what else? What have I been watching? So I finished rewatching the Tudors series on Amazon, because I know I mentioned that the last WIP Chat that we had, based on my notes anyways. I finished my rewatch of that. Yay. It's like a comfort watch. I don't know. I rewatch it occasionally when I like have nothing interesting that I want to watch. Oh, I just dropped a diamond. So I did rewatch that and I finished it. I haven't really picked up like another TV show to watch. At least not yet. I do want to watch season 3 of the Skid Games. What is wrong with me? I can't speak today. Squid Games. Season 3 of Squid Games at some point. It just released. We haven't picked it up, and I think I want to wait a little bit before I dive into that because the show is kind of really dark. Shows and movies don't really typically put me in a bad mental state or anything like that, or headspace, but I do want to hold off for a little bit, but then we are going to watch that at some point. I'm hoping soon-ish. We'll see how that wraps up. There's been like rumors of them doing a spin-off of this series in like an American setting rather than a Korean setting. I don't know how much truth there is behind those rumors, but I have been seeing those swirl around the internet and I've been like avoiding spoilers from the last season on Facebook. Like, it's crazy. Spoilers are so hard to avoid nowadays. They really are. So I do anticipate watching that soon. I haven't been watching a whole lot of YouTube. Like when I get into that weird little headspace that we talked about at the beginning of the video, I just exist. And because I wasn't doing, like, I was diamond painting, but I wasn't doing a whole lot of diamond painting, like as much as I usually do. I wasn't watching like a whole lot of YouTube either, so I haven't been watching like a whole bunch of crafty content like I usually do. I've been picking it back up recently, so there is that, but I was watching a show on YouTube called Financial Audit with Caleb Hammer. And I know that's like really off the wall there. It's a very specific type of content, but I find it fascinating. He has a show where he kind of roasts people, but also helps them at the same time. It's a very curated kind of show, kind of environment. So, and the whole premise is like these people are in debt and everything, and he's trying to kind of open their eyes to what they're spending their money on and how they're spending it, and he helps them create a budget and everything. And then he also has like a follow-up with them every few months to see how they've progressed and whatnot. But I don't know. I find it entertaining, and it's supposed to be entertaining to a point. And I also find it fascinating because at one point in my life, I was in a lot of debt, a lot of just stupid consumer debt, upwards of like 20,000, just in like credit cards and stuff. And I got that paid off at the end of my like 20s. And it was very freeing to be able to do that. And then ever since, like, I have not looked back. Like, I live on a very, it's not a strict budget, but I am very mindful of what I spend, and I do not overspend. And if I want something, I save up for it, and yada, yada, yada. Like, you know, I learned from that process. Like, I've gone through it. And it's really interesting to see other people being in that situation what got them in that situation, how they're handling that situation, and if it looks like they're actually gonna fix it. Because some of those people are like, whatever, I'll just file bankruptcy, and they're like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in credit card debt, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I've been watching a lot of that. It's interesting. I find it interesting. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It keeps me, it definitely keeps me, what's the word that I'm saying? It keeps me on my own budget. I see that and I'm like, oh, yeah, don't want to go back to that life. So I'm very thankful for the financial position that I'm in. And I have been watching that show sometimes. So, oh, I missed some of those down here. So that's kind of what I've been watching, but I am getting back into like crafty content and stuff while I have been getting back into my diamond paintings, so yay! Let's see, so that covers everything I've been watching. So what I've been reading, okay, so I've been doing a lot of reading. So I like to read, but like once I get into that weird headspace, like all I want to do is just like things that distract me, and just there's certain things that I'll do more of. And I did a lot of reading. I finished reading the new Hunger Games book by Suzanne Collins. What is it? Sunrise on the Reaping. And it absolutely destroyed me on the inside. Destroyed me. In the best ways possible, of course. Like, it didn't, like, absolutely just destroy me. But, like, in the best ways possible. It was so good. So if you don't know what that book is or what it's about, it is it's not the prequel to Hunger Games. They do have a prequel, but it does take place before the 3 original novels of the Hunger Games series. I have to find another color. Let's do, I'm going to do that L color. Let's see, the L color. I'm going to do the L color, the L symbol. Yeah, so Sunrise on the Reaping takes place before the original 3 Hunger Games novels, but it takes place after the prequel that was released. What was it called? A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Yeah, so it's after that one, but before the original 3. And it follows Haymitch's story. So if you've watched the original 3 movies or read the 3 books, like, you know that Haymitch is a very unique character. Like, he's obviously lived through some stuff, right? His story is so sad. Highly recommend you go read it if you are a fan of the series. They are making it into a movie, so if you don't like to read and you did enjoy the movies or the films, you'll be able to experience it in a different format, of course. I'm sure they will do a great job with it, just as they did the original series. But it was hard to read. it was hard to read in the best ways possible. Yeah, it was very sad. Yeah. I think at the end of that book, my jaw was just like on the floor. I was so, yeah. I looked at my husband and I was like, you have to read this. And he's like, no. And I was like, please. And he's like, no. He doesn't read. So he'll watch the movie with me though when it comes out. So that's, that's good enough. If that's what I get, that's fine. So I finished that, and then I also finished, I have many book finishes in the last few months. I read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, which is the first book in the Powerless trilogy, and I absolutely loved it. I actually think that book went viral. I don't know if it was last year or a few years back. It went viral on TikTok at some point. So it is widely known, and I loved it. The end of it left off on a cliffhanger. It is a like fantasy, I don't know if it's young adult. I think it's young adult. It's a young adult fantasy, I think. I think it's young adult. And there is like a love triangle, and it's an interesting one. There's nothing like super inappropriate in it. Like it's pretty tame. It's pretty tame. It's not smutty, which is why I think it's young adult fantasy rather than adult fantasy. But don't quote me on that. Just if that's like your genre, go look it up. It kind of gave me like Hunger Games vibes in certain aspects of it, but I don't know. There was something about it that really resonated with me. I was like, okay, I really like this, and I chewed through the first book in like couple days. I chewed through it. My husband was like, you read through how much? And I was like, oh, about half the book. And he's like, it's only been like 4 hours. And I was like, yep. Yep, I'm aware. Really enjoyed it. Left off on a cliffhanger. But then I read book 1.5, which is called Powerful. Also by Lauren Roberts, of course. It's a trilogy, but she has like these little spin-off books. Like she has one spin-off and then there's another one coming out in September that is also a spin-off. It's not like part of the trilogy. Like the trilogy itself is out and full. I think book 3 came out like recently-ish, something like that. So I read book 1.5. It took me like not even a day to get through because it's just like a little novella or whatever. Absolutely destroyed me. I was very upset. I hate what happened to that character. That character was just done wrong. It was done wrong. Yeah, it was sad. But it gave a lot of context and some things that you didn't see from that character in the first book. So, yeah. And then I also finished book 2. So I finished book 1, book 1.5, and book 2. Book 2 is called Reckless by, again, Lauren Roberts. It's all from the same author. And it's book 2 in the trilogy. I liked book 2, but I liked book 1 better. I think book 2 had a lot of filler, but like I can see how some of it was like needed. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. The characters go through some interesting bonding moments that are really critical to their stories and everything, but I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it could have been handled a little differently, and I don't want to like spoil anything, but I mean, it's good, but I liked book 1 a lot more than I liked book 2. And then I'm currently reading book 3, which is called Reckless, and I am like 100 pages in. Book 2 also left off on a cliffhanger, and it was like the last thing I expected. The last thing I expected is to end off like the way that it did. So, of course, like as soon as I finished book 2, I was like, I have to pick up book 3, and I did. And I'm about 100 pages in, and I don't know where the story is going to take me from there. I'm enjoying it, but like my heart has been broken multiple times for these characters, and I just want a happy ending, okay? And if I don't get it by the end of book 3, I'm going to like rage. I'm gonna rage. I'm gonna be really upset. But the author does have another spin-off book coming, and it's gonna be like book 3.5 or whatever, because it's like another novella. I don't know which character it follows because I'm trying not to have any like spoilers or anything for myself, but I am looking forward to that. It comes out in like September-ish, I think. So yeah, that's everything that, oh, no, there's one more. So I'm also listening to an audiobook, but I kind of like picked it up and then I dropped it. So I got the first audiobook for the Zodiac Academy. It's been on my radar for some time, and I picked up the graphic audio version, so everything sounds like a movie. They have like a full cast of characters and everything. So I did pick that up and I started it. I don't know how I feel about it so far. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm struggling to connect with the main characters in it. I feel like it's been very rushed so far. And I don't know if it's just because it's the audiobook and I'm not actually reading it myself, or if that's just how it is. I am enjoying the aspects of the graphic audio, like in terms of like listening to like a movie pretty much. It's pretty much what a graphic audiobook is. It sounds like a movie, like they have music and they have sound effects and they have a full cast of voice actors for it, which is, I love that. But I don't know, something's not hitting right, and I don't know if it's the voice actors or the narrations or what. Where am I putting this? There we go. But yeah, I'm on the fence on that one. I am at the very least going to finish book 1. And then I don't know, depending on how the rest of book 1 goes, I may or may not decide to continue to read it. That's just how it is sometimes. So I am listening to that as well. I almost forgot about that one because I started it a few weeks ago, and I just didn't pick it back up. Maybe I'll listen to it a little bit later today because I am going to be doing some more diamond painting before I go to the cookout tonight. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe that is what I'll do. So that's everything that I'm reading. And then everything that I've been playing. So I have been playing a bunch of video games because I am also a gamer in my spare time. They did a remake of the Elder Scrolls for Oblivion, and I really loved it. It was very nostalgic to me, and I beat that. It was a very long game. I spent like somewhere of like 60 or 80 hours in it. I just dropped my diamond. There we go. Yeah, I spent quite a while playing that one. And then after I finished Oblivion, I picked up a completely new game, at least to me. I think it's newer. It's called Clair Obscure Expedition 33, and it's by Sandfall Interactive, if you're interested in looking any of this up. It's a masterpiece. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Like, everything about that game is a legit masterpiece. The setting, the music, the characters, the story, the gameplay, the art, everything is pure perfection. I cannot recommend it enough. And if you're not like a super hardcore gamer, like, just go play it on easy and enjoy the story. Like, it's amazing. Like, you won't regret it. It's so good. I have nothing negative to say about it. It's an action RPG. It's turn-based too, so it has like turn-based combat, if that matters to you. But it's really good. And if you're not a gamer, like, go watch a Let's Play of it. Go watch somebody else play it and just enjoy the story, because it explores I think very important themes and concepts that make it very unique, and the story, the twists and the turns will legitimately just blow your mind. They will blow your mind. So I finished that. We also bought Switch 2s. We got 2 of them because I have to have my own and my husband has his own, of course. We've been playing the new Mario Kart World Tour off and on. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend that. And if you can't get a Switch 2, I mean, if you ever are able to get it, the new Mario Kart is a lot of fun. And then I've also been playing Bravely Default on the Switch 2 as well, which is like one of the new release games for that console. I got putty on my canvas. Is driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. Well, it's just gonna live there now. Oh well. So yeah, that's everything that I've been watching, reading, playing, and that's kind of all the updates on what I've been doing in diamond painting as well. So yeah, that's kind of all I've got for this one. We didn't finish this section at all. I thought I was gonna finish this section in this WIP chat. That was so funny. All right, guys. That's all of the updates that I have to give you today. I hope you guys are having a good week, a good day, a good month. I hope you have a good holiday if you are choosing to celebrate the holiday. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already and you would like to hang out with me some more. I am working on a bunch of different and new content that I'm really excited to share with you guys. I hope you guys have a very, very good day, and I will see you guys again soon.